If you've ever harvested tomatoes that look perfect but lack that deep, rich flavor, you're not alone. Many gardeners unknowingly make simple mistakes that lead to bland or watery tomatoes. To get truly juicy, intensely flavored tomatoes, you need to fine-tune your growing approach. This guide will take you beyond the basics, revealing advanced methods for soil preparation, watering, feeding, and plant care that will help you grow the best tomatoes you've ever tasted. Choosing the right tomato varieties for maximum flavor. Not all tomatoes are created equal. While supermarket varieties are bred for transport durability, homegrown tomatoes can be optimized for flavor. If you want complex sweetness with balanced acidity, consider growing Sun Gold, Cherokee Purple, or Brandywine. But variety alone isn't enough. How and where you grow them plays a massive role in taste. Drier climates tend to enhance tomato flavor due to natural sugar concentration, while overly wet environments can make them bland. If you're growing in a humid or rainy area, choose crack-resistant varieties like Juliet or Black Krim, and control watering carefully to avoid diluted flavors. Soil preparation, building the perfect nutrient base. Tomatoes are heavy feeders that thrive in soil rich in organic matter, but just adding compost isn't enough. To build the ultimate tomato soil, you need a deep, well-draining foundation. Mix aged compost with aerating materials like perlite or vermiculite. For nutrient balance, blend in aged manure, bone meal for phosphorus, which is great for root development, and green sand for potassium, enhancing fruit quality. Soil microbes are essential. Healthy bacteria and fungi break down organic matter into plant-available nutrients. Mycorrhizal fungi, found in high-quality compost or purchased as an inoculant, create a symbiotic relationship with tomato roots, increasing nutrient absorption. For moisture retention, apply a thick layer of mulch such as straw. For moisture retention, apply a thick layer of mulch such as shredded leaves. This keeps the soil from drying out too quickly and prevents soil-borne diseases from splashing onto leaves. The deep planting method for monster root systems. Most gardeners know about deep planting, but few take full advantage of it. Instead of just burying the stem, try trench planting. Lay the seedlings sideways in a shallow trench, covering most of the stem and leaving only the top leaves exposed. The buried stem will develop extensive roots, leading to a stronger plant with better nutrient uptake. For container-grown tomatoes, use at least a 10-gallon pot to allow for root expansion. Add a slow-release organic fertilizer at planting time and refresh nutrients mid-season to prevent deficiencies. Watering. The key to juicy, flavor-rich tomatoes. Watering tomatoes the wrong way can lead to split fruit, tough skins, or bland flavor. The best method? Water deeply and infrequently. Here's what works best. Soak, don't sprinkle. Water deeply 2 to 3 times per week rather than daily surface watering. This encourages deep root growth, making plants more resilient to heat stress. Morning over evening? Watering in the morning allows excess moisture to evaporate, reducing fungal risks. Controlled stress for intensified flavor. In the 2 weeks before harvesting, slightly reduce watering. This concentrates sugars in the fruit, making them richer and sweeter. However, don't overdo it. Too much stress can lead to blossom drop. Feeding for maximum fruit production. Tomatoes thrive when fed the right nutrients at the right time. Here's a breakdown of optimal feeding. At planting, mix in a slow-release organic fertilizer rich in phosphorus and potassium. During vegetative growth, use a balanced organic fertilizer like 5-5-5 every 2 weeks. Once flowering begins, switch to a bloom-boosting formula with lower nitrogen and higher potassium, for example, 3-5-7. During fruit ripening, a light application of potassium sulfate or wood ash really enhances sweetness and color development. Compost tea, made by steeping compost in water for 24 hours, is an excellent organic foliar feed that promotes strong, disease-resistant plants. Apply it as a spray every couple of weeks. Pruning and support techniques for bigger harvests. Many gardeners make the mistake of over-pruning or letting their plants grow wild. Proper pruning and training ensure better airflow, healthier plants, and more flavorful tomatoes. For indeterminate or vining tomatoes, remove lower leaves that touch the soil and pinch off small suckers, those are the shoots between the main stem and branches, to direct energy into fruit production. For determinate or bush varieties, minimal pruning is required, but removing overcrowded branches helps improve airflow. Support matters. Forget small tomato cages. Use sturdy stakes, a Florida weave system, or even a trellis to keep plants upright, reducing disease risk and allowing more sunlight to reach the fruit. Pollination tricks to boost fruit set. Even though tomatoes are self-pollinating, poor fruit set can occur in low wind or low bee environments. To ensure proper pollination, shake the plant gently every few days to distribute pollen. Use an electric toothbrush to vibrate flowers, mimicking bee activity. Grow companion plants like basil and marigolds to attract pollinators. Solving common tomato problems before they ruin your crop. Tomatoes are prone to several issues, but proactive management prevents most problems. Blossom end rot. Not just a calcium deficiency, but a watering issue. Maintain consistent moisture and avoid excessive nitrogen. Fungal diseases like blight and powdery mildew can be managed by ensuring good airflow, avoiding overhead watering, and applying a preventative spray of diluted baking soda or neem oil. Aphids and whiteflies can be a real nuisance. Knock them off with a strong water spray, or introduce ladybugs as natural predators. Cracked fruit is usually a result of uneven watering. To prevent this, mulch heavily to stabilize soil moisture. Getting the best flavor from your harvest. Harvesting tomatoes at the right time maximizes their flavor potential. Pick them when they're fully colored but still slightly firm. Allowing tomatoes to ripen on the vine instead of in the refrigerator results in the richest taste. If cold weather threatens, harvest green tomatoes and ripen them indoors in a paper bag with a ripe banana to speed up the process. Final thoughts. Growing incredible tomatoes isn't just about planting and watering. It's about mastering soil biology, controlling watering habits, and giving the plants exactly what they need at each stage. By using these advanced techniques, you'll produce tomatoes that are not just homegrown but bursting with flavor. If you enjoyed this guide, subscribe to Hydro Haven for more expert gardening tips and share this with fellow growers. Let's grow better, together.